Making a dramatic return for 2025 is Spittle. Spit is back. You can use it and to shine up the balls. And also, we are going to see the advent of a ball change as well. I think it's after 11 overs. You'll be allowed to change the ball. Nick, what are your thoughts on these two? I want to say innovations, but it kind of feels a little bit like when they kind of tamper with the offside rule slightly at the beginning of every Premier League season.
Yeah, is it an elbow? Is it a toe? I think these rules are really good. The saliva thing, spit is back. I think that's an IPL. No, sorry, I think that's a COVID hangover, right? It was eradicated to cut down the spread of viral bacteria. And I think that we've got to a stage where spit can be back, where it helps the bowlers get more swing. I think that's a really good thing. I hope that the ICC brings saliva back into Test cricket as well. And yeah, the ball change, I think after 11 overs in the second innings to try and eradicate or lessen the impact of dew. I think anything that you can do to reduce dew in the game is really positive. I don't know too much about the mechanics of dew and new balls versus old balls, so I can't say how effective it's going to be. But I think it's really good that they're doing stuff to try and tackle the impact that conditions have, because sometimes they can completely turn games. I noticed during the Champions Trophy they had a sprayer thing that they were using to try and, again, reduce dew, which seemed to be doing a good job. I didn't see the conditions have that much of an impact in the second innings during the Champions Trophy. But yeah, we'll see how it works. But I like them. It's a bit strange that they were announced 2 days before the tournament started. I mean, perhaps they were communicated to teams earlier privately and then just, given to the public right on the eve of the tournament. But I do think it helps if rule changes come slightly earlier than 48 hours ahead of the first ball.
The ball change rule is definitely a thing for teams to want to be aware of more than 48 hours before. But the spit thing really isn't, is it?
No, I guess not.
I should say saliva. Some people might find the word spit a bit spitty.
Yeah. No, I guess the saliva thing can come late. I mean, I think it maybe slightly changes your thinking because you think it would impact the amount of spin that the amount of swing that there's going to be in the power play. But you're right, the ball change is more of an issue. We know that they do a lot of wet ball practice in nets, and maybe it reduces the amount of that you have to do. But I don't think this is going to be something that comes in and just completely eradicates dew in one fell swoop. So maybe they aren't the kind of changes that really alter the way you approach a tournament.
Sorry, I totally forgotten about the saliva going out during COVID, and I just wonder, just thinking aloud, I wonder if when would that have been 5 years ago now, 2020? So whether there be some players who just totally have basically played their whole professional cricket career without ever using saliva, and actually, if that is something they've got to learn to adapt to again.
I would have thought so. Some of the younger guys, someone like Patirano, although it probably won't affect him massively because he doesn't bowl in the power play. But yeah, definitely some of these younger guys, it'll be a new innovation. It'll be interesting to see whether we notice dramatically more swing for those first 3 or 4 overs than we have done for the past few years.